the way how I see things is that all is self and self is all. So even when I'm doing these generic readings, as I've said, it's up to the viewer, the receiver of that information, and the reviewer of that light. Remember that light is, it doesn't have any influence unless the person allows that information, i.e. informing, unless they allow themselves to be informed. And the way they allow themselves to be informed is by their skill, their ability to transmute that information. So like I said, I could never really watch a movie if I had my brain switched on. I felt like it, where I wouldn't be able to relate whatever's happening in that movie to myself. And similar to the readings as well, or similar to these readings, although I'm saying they're for everybody, it's up to the reader of, you know, this channel, or reader of any of these readings that are monthly or yearly, or well, however, to be able to find out and see how they intertwine and interact with their life. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I would also say that would be the ability of the person to a degree. There's a relationship. Sometimes things just don't resonate because that message weren't meant for you. And obviously if that message is not meant for you, then it's not meant for you. You see what I mean? Not everything is for everybody. But, you know, that would be that discerning moment. You know, I always talk about discernment. That's massive on this channel. And so the discernment is your ability to understand when a message is for you and when it's not for you. Your ability to understand what parts in particular of that message is for you and what's not. So for me, it's, again, like I said, it's the skill of divination, which is what we're trying to teach in these monthly readings. You know, I don't mind taking a bit of time to show you how I'm building the readings, because I kind of want you to get a flavor of the mindset, not just, oh, today you're going to win the lottery, or tomorrow you're going to become a millionaire, or you're going to find your husband or your wife or whatever. You know, I know these things are great. Like, we want to know these things. But like I said, what I teach is about the balance between order and chaos. And so we should be comfortable in chaos, which basically means that we should be comfortable in the unknown. So these readings are not necessarily about having 100% certainty of the future. This is about us as divine beings, as alchemists, being able to read, to see what energies are out there, just like the ingredients to any recipe, and being able to cook up the meal that is served most coherent for our being, for our healing, for our nature. And so that in itself is the skill. That ability to tap into your intuition is really why we're even, or for me, the main reason of why I encourage people to tap into this world of divination. If it wasn't developing, for me, if divination was only developing intuition, sorry, if divination was only about future foretelling, fortune telling, and not developing intuition, then I wouldn't really be into divination. I can tell you that for now, you know, for me personally. So obviously I try to, you know, teach from a perspective of what I, you know, believe in to a degree. So these are my strong indications, because, you know, in the astral realm, all you're really going to have with you is your intuition, your nous, you know, your ability to handle situations, which again is better conceived through the skills of discernment. So anyway, let's share my screen. Let's go and just get these slides popping. All right, so today we're going to start with a calendar. So everyone knows that I've built, well, if you've been on this channel before, you'll know that I've built my own divination calendar, or what we call an Omni-Divination system. So this calendar system, let's just load up some stuff as well. So this calendar system has got about 10 different calendar systems in it. So just as a reminder of why we do these things. So basically, we are multi-dimensional beings, and the only power is in the now. That now works off of different timelines, different dimensions. different aspects, different elements of being, of perceiving. And so when you're only working off of the Gregorian calendar system, i.e. the normal Western calendar system, you know, so today is the 27th of the 2nd, you're only tapping into those dimensions. You're only tapping into that particular vibration, that particular frequency. So, Wagwan Marilyn, I believe that is a new name. Is that a new name up in the building? Yeah, we love new names up in the building. So yeah, welcome to my humble small abode, a channel where we're into heavy metaphysics and divination. And yeah, today, like I said, obviously we're going to be doing the oracle reading. So I've built my own system called Sono. Check it out, sono.com. Oh wow, yeah, we got some people in the building. All right, cool. I started late and my people came on time as always, which is 15 minutes late. So of course. All right, so yeah, like I said, I built my own calendar system. This is it here in its full entirety. So this is my own divination system. This has taken me months and months, if not years, to build. Obviously, I've been building for like 4 years. In terms of just everything, like 99% of the stuff I still haven't even shown people. I wouldn't want to do that to them. Quite honestly, I wouldn't want to show them the full level of my madness. It would be unfair. So all I've started to share so far is this calendar system. I'm going to be releasing this. I haven't decided when, but we do have, as we're going to speak about, March. So one of the New Year's, the whole point about working with multiple calendar systems is that you would then have multiple New Years. So we've got the Gregorian calendar system, obviously, which is the 1st of January. We've got the Ethiopian calendar system and the Egyptian calendar system, which is September the 11th. We've got the Mayan calendar system, which is more the one that I would actually say that this calendar system is actually built on the Mayan calendar system, which is based on the 25th, which is based on the 25th of July, which is based on towards the end of July. So we've got all of these different systems at play. And so what we're doing with these systems, one of the other benefits as well of working with multiple calendar systems is it allows you to have multiple auspicious days. So say like you were trying to wait for a day and you were only following astrology. Well, now you might have to wait 188 days until Neptune is in Pisces or something like that. Whereas when you're working with multiple systems, you have multiple energies at play at once, which allows you to take more, let's say, control of your destiny, as opposed to having to, let's say, quote unquote, wait for the stars to line up. Again, we teach everything is energy, everything is frequency, and everything is vibration. So yes, we want to be in harmony with the universe, but the universe speaks in many tones, many frequencies, and all energies. And so that's all we're really trying to do. We're trying to work with these systems so we can understand the different harmonics, so we can choose our own alignment. Again, this is a very controversial channel that speaks about the fact that the universe is what we make it. Life is what we make it. There is no destiny as such, which was, let's say, millions of years old and you only came down here to do this one thing. I basically say that we are all divine. Everything is divine. And so if everything is divine and all is self and self is all, then we will create our own reality. And so it's a little bit controversial in contrast to you have a predestined, you came down here with a soul contract, and if you don't do this, then you've basically failed in life. This is not that kind of channel that speaks in that vibration. But again, it's just my opinion. Find your own truth and whatever resonates with you. But once I received that as a message from the universe, my life changed. And so obviously I teach from that perspective, but then also open to grow to other perspectives. So yeah, like I said, at some point I'm going to be releasing this calendar. I'm not sure if I've got time to release it next month, because I'd want it, you know, not in an Excel sheet. It would have to be on the website. and look pretty and stuff like that as well. So I'll either do it for now, or I will release it in July. So let's get into the reading. So this is literally is just an extract from today's line. So it's number 61. So what we're doing basically is we're looking at March the 1st. We're just looking at March the 1st, and we've just taken that line, and then we've just what they call transposed it down into here. So these are the different systems, as I said, and we'll just run through some of the key influences that I've basically seen. So shout out to today as well, because today's a 9/9 day. So we've obviously got the 2/7 with the 9 as well. So it's the 27th. So it's a beautiful 9/9 day as well. Obviously I speak about 9 being the number of harmony. And so yeah, just to get that double 9 in place is a beautiful thing. It's the 60th day on the Gregorian calendar, which is an important day for the Gregorian calendar. So this is what I'm trying to say in terms of knowing your systems. The key is that each system has its own benefit and will have its own energy in play in terms of why they created this divination system. They would have created it for a specific reason, for you to tap into a specific type of energy. So when you're working with the Gregorian calendar system, know that you're working from the number 60. The Gregorian calendar system, i.e. the one that calls this the 1st of March 2025, that's the Gregorian. G means Gregorian. Know that this number works mainly off of the 12 and the 60. 12 obviously in terms of 12 hours of the day, 60 seconds, 60 minutes, so on and so forth. So today being a 60 day is a perfect harmonic for the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar, I would say, deals more with like business, you know, it deals more with like Western ideals. It deals more with left-hand side of the brain, left-hand side logic. You see what I mean? So it's not to throw the baby out with the bathwater with these things. We're not saying that any of these calendar systems are positive or bad or evil or good. We're saying how, as an alchemist, can we alchemize these energies for the moment, for based on utility and harmonics. And so we've got the 60th, like I said, we've got the 60th day in the Gregorian calendar. Now, that's interesting. I'm literally doing kind of a live reading as well at the moment in terms of just looking at certain things as well. So basically the reason why also as well, just in terms of the logic, the reason why we use the 1st of the 3rd is because this is the energy that will kick off the month. So the energy that starts the day, so the energy at the start of the day when we move into March is the energy that to a degree rules over that month. It's what's the energy that's been brought in. So it has a certain level of force. Again, you know, just like in your name, the first letter is the cornerstone. So they call the first letter of your name the cornerstone letter. They call the first 2 numbers or the first digits of your date of birth the personality number. So these are things that are integral to that particular month. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have any other energies. Beautiful. We actually got Tash in the building. Okay, I did not know that was you. I feel like I've seen your name before up in there, but yeah, I didn't know that was you, Kazi. Yes, we got a family up in the building. So yeah, beautiful. And we need to speak as well. Oh my days, Tasha, we need to speak. And I might even give you a call after. Like, if you haven't watched my last 2 videos, I'm coming for you. In a good way. All right, cool. I'm ready. So the energies that are bringing in, we're going to not focus so much on the numbers here because I'll break it down a little bit later. But yeah, we've got the yellow power bringing in the start of the month. So the yellow power is about ripening fruit, which is beautiful because we're about to go into springtime. So this energy is a beautiful energy to bring in spring. We've got the red earth. So obviously the earth itself, in the spring equinox, the sun is at its at the spring equinox, essentially, which is obviously about the earth. So we've got the ripening of the fruit in the earth. So we've got the evolution of power. We've got the evolution in power that is feeding off of the vibration of service. So how I see this, and I'm doing this stuff real time, by the way, like real time live. So how we're basically seeing that this month is essentially what debts, what work have you been putting in over the winter months in service to self, as all is self and self is all. What have you been offering in this time of the cold so you can bear your fruit? Because now is the time for this fruit to ripen. This is the time for us to evolve. Yeah. This is the time for us to evolve. This is the time for us to progress steadfastly. So there's a lot of order to this energy, is what I would say. There's a lot of flow. So we've got the flow. This is a beautiful synchronicity. This is just one of those coincidences. Like any other day, it would have been different energies. But today, it speaks to a very, very clear energy, especially when we see that the month is going to start in Saturn. So Saturn is the ruler of law and order and time. You've then got this order in the order line of my system. So these two things are within my system, the order and the chaos. In the order, and this doesn't even have a chaos card to it. So we call this a special, we basically say that this double is powered because it's working by itself unfiltered. It doesn't have any chaos in it. So it's like double the order. And so with this doubling of the order, we get a doubling of steady progress. That steady progress would only come in if you had been heeding the laws and the time in service to Saturn and the electric. If you have been doing that, this month will bear beautiful fruit, which will allow you to move more into a flow state. So these months may have been, or the months preceding this may have been felt like they were hard lessons, like life was difficult. This is, Saturn is a teacher, is the teacher energy. We've even got the day number of being a 4. The number 4 represents steadfastness. You can't really make this stuff up. Like I said, the synchronicities are always going to be there. This is just a skill to link and cohere dots. But essentially, it's speaking a very, very clear message in terms of what this month is going to be bringing, or especially the let's say the cornerstone energy of this month is going to be bringing. It's going to be very, 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 very heavy on, did you put in the hard work to bear the fruit? Because if you do, this will be a great time of flow. This will be a great time of flow. So this number 60 again relates to time, the Gregorian calendar of the 60. I would say that this energy, even this energy here that we're seeing, is very Gregorian. It's very Gregorian and very much related to spring, which obviously, no surprise, was going to be a theme for today. And then interestingly, because I already know where this is going as well, when we look at the astrology, the Western astrology, we're going to see how the family is going to be playing so heavily in the energy for the month, in terms of the cornerstone energy, bringing in the energy for the month. but in particular, the first few days of the month. So what are we in now? Okay, cool. Let's say early next week. So early next week for a few days, there is going to be a beautiful alignment in astrology, which we're going to want to pay attention to. And so I'm just going to hint at it that it relates to this I Ching number of the 37th I Ching, which is all about the family. So we then move on. So that was the calendar system, or let's just say half of the calendar, the key parts of the calendar system. I do have other parts of the calendar system that I'm just not ready to reveal to the world yet. But yeah, it's cool. It's enough for now. So what we're now saying is that the order, yeah, so if you go to the calendar, so the order system, so again, in the Sono system, so just as a reminder for anyone that's not seen Sono at all or don't know what I'm talking about now. So this is Sono. I'm going to come to this later, but just this is the app that I've created. That is the cornerstone that basically builds the cornerstone and the foundation for my ability to do advanced readings, let's just say. So it's got 13 different divination systems, from the chakras down to the alchemology, different divination systems all in one report. There's nothing like this on the planet. And yeah, like I said, it allows me to do advanced divination. Most of my divination doesn't even come from this today. Like I wouldn't, again, when I start going into this stuff, it just takes on a world of its own. So I have to kind of keep it under control by limiting how deep I go into this stuff, because I could be here all day, quite honestly, breaking down things. So let's just say that within my system, I've also given an energy to the seasons of the month. So this number here, we are now on the 8th moon. So we're basically saying that at the very least, the one takeaway that I would say, you know, like, I'm not expecting everybody to run with this stuff, but as a very, very basic baby step, at the very least, I would say if you were starting off and you were interested in opening up your world to a more multi-dimensional way of thinking, it would be to add 2 systems. You would at least need to have one sun calendar system, which is what the Gregorian calendar system is based off of. And obviously, if you're used to it, you might as well work with it. Don't throw the baby, no need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's magic in everything. All is divine. But then also work with a moon system. So that way you're at least balancing the yin and the yang, the male and the female, the sky and the earth. You at least want to work with the fire and the water. You at least want to work with a moon system. And so the moon systems, I think I would say almost all moon systems that I've ever come across work off of the 13 moons. So if you are also then into certain stars, so you got to remember that in ancient times, it wasn't just about planets. They were also into star configurations and constellations. And so if you work with the Mayan calendar and the ancient Egyptian calendar systems, and just those lines of divination and orientations, then you would be working with Sirius. So these systems work with Sirius, and the Sirius, the birthday of Sirius, or when it's at its highest point, is the middle. Obviously, it depends. Obviously, it will change roughly, but it's roughly around about the 20th-ish of July. And so, just to keep things simple, just how every single month on the 20th, it's always, you know, it moves into a new star sign. You know, you would basically just set a particular date. So based on the July 20th being the new year, we are on the 8th moon of the 13 moon 28-day calendar system. So hopefully that made sense. I mean, I could just show it to you real quickly of what we're talking about, what it looks like. So this is just a 28-day calendar moon system that's based on the 13 moons. And this just allows me to do, you know, divination for the day, basically. And I just put it in, I put my numbers in for the day, stuff like that, essentially. So, and the reason why you would want to work with these systems, as I said, is because you would want to be in perfect order. The Gregorian calendar system allows for anarchy and chaos because there is no rhythm. There's very little harmonics at play within the Gregorian calendar system, whereas the Sirius system, where it's 28 days, it's sevens, it's 13s, you know, these harmonics are resonant throughout the year. And I've explained this before as well, so I don't want to like keep on repeating myself. Like, you just got to watch one of the older videos where I think I break down the calendars. Can't remember what video it is. So like I said, so the order or card for the day, or the order for the month, the order divination system for the month is the medicine system. So the medicine oracle system is based on animal spirits of Native America. It's a beautiful, beautiful, poetic divination system. I highly recommend, you know, you can buy them on Amazon. You know, came out in 1988, which is one of my powerful numbers, 88 being one of my powerful numbers. So just immediately resonated with me. And obviously, you know, tapping into your animal spirits, the ability to tap into animal spirits and as medicine is a beautiful key, and definitely had to be, you know, I was privileged to be able to add that into one of the systems of the 13. So the order system for the month is the medicine cards, and the chaos system is Olmec, which we're also calling the Mayan astrology. So Mayan astrology is Olmec astrology. It's the same thing. It's just however you feel like naming it. So, and obviously you can see that a lot of this calendar system is quite heavily influenced with the Mayan calendar system, just because I myself have chose to base my calendar on Sirius, which obviously falls in line with Mayan. So they've got a lot of things already, a lot of magic in their system. So, you know, no need to reinvent the wheel, basically. Shout out to Jose Arguelles. So these will be the divination systems that I'll be paying attention to the most in my readings. And so even today, when I pull up the app, we'll be looking into, well, actually, we'll just do it now. No, all good, cool. Hi, I was late as well. I was late for class as well. So yeah, I apologize as well. It's all good. We're here now. So if we look to the medicine cards, so I did look earlier, we'll just do it now. So as we look to the medicine cards, all I'm going to focus on is the date of birth, because as I said, that was the cornerstone energy, bringing in the energy for the month. And look at the beauty of it. The date of birth for the 1st of March is the 49th card. The 49th card is the salmon, which is about inner knowing. So these are the cards of healing, is about the inner knowing. So you could argue that you could argue to a degree that if there was one card that I would say that represents what I do, soul know and everything, like literally the name GNO, gnosis, is this whole idea of inner knowing, experiential knowing. And this is the card that kicks off the months, this is the card that kicks off the energy within the medicine cards, which is the order card. And it is what? The number 4, the number of order, the number of stability, the number of steadfastness. So we're just seeing these synchronicities again line up. I've not forced this. This is just divine timing. This is just how it happens. Like, I'm so used to it, quite honestly. But it's beautiful to see, and we appreciate and we give thanks always, always. And so tapping into your inner knowing, is going to be a beautiful thing. I don't have the book because sometimes I just read out passages from the Oracle book because it's very poetic. It's just real beautiful to read. So yeah, that's a beautiful energy going on there. And then when we tap into so in order to keep in order, so just to be clear, just so I'm being clear with my message, in order to stay in order for this month, if you have any inclination to appreciate this system, because again, you could just ignore everything I've said. It's completely voluntary. It would be to tap into your inner knowing in times when you're searching for order. Basically what we're saying. And then with the Olmec astrology, we then tap into the Olmec astrology, which we've kind of started on already. Like, we're going to be talking about a lot about Olmec astrology today, by the way, just because it comes up so much. So as you saw, it was electric, and as you saw, it was the red earth. But because it's the chaos element, because this is working in the chaos element, I want to focus on its hidden power, which would be the chaos energy. So the chaos energy in this particular system, for the day, that is the cornerstone energy, is the yellow seed. So the yellow seed, which is about targeting, which is again about flowering, which again is akin to ripening fruit. So again, I've not really made this up again, just in case you joined late or you're not sure like where we're going with this, because I haven't even started yet and the connections are insane. Like, the synchronicities are just loud and clear. And so we were basically saying that we are in the rhythm this week. We're in the rhythm of the number 4, which is about the ripening of fruit, the chaos energy. And I said that this system for the month, the divination system, for anyone that's interested in Sono, i.e. myself, is to pay attention to the Olmec astrology as a means to help me in chaotic times, working with the chaos energy. And we've basically just went here and we've just said that the hidden power to tap into is the yellow seed, the flowering, the ripening of the fruit. It is perfect one-to-one synchronicity. Just to be clear, it's perfect one-to-one synchronicity. I can't, like, hopefully people are understanding this stuff, because yeah, it's clear. Number 4 here again with the steadfastness being a number 4, and then obviously, and then didn't even get that. I can't help myself today. Like, we're on one today. The 76 number, 76 equals what? 13. 7 and 6 equals 13. 1 and 3 equals what? 4. So this order would represent the number 4. This 76 represents the number 4, and then steadfastness represents the number 4. And I keep on telling people that I didn't make up this divination system to like synchronize like this. It was way more organic and chaotic. And once I settled on a system, it then just chose to reveal its beauty in these particular angles. None of this stuff is let's say forced. I'm not trying to force connections. It's just the way the universe has chosen to align in this particular viewing. So yeah, I don't know what that is. This is beautiful. This one was beautiful. So the vernal equinox, or what we call spring equinox, obviously is going to be at the top. Is going to be coming in 20th of March. Obviously, this is a reading for March, and look what beautiful time it comes in. Like, that's incredible. So as we know, we're in a 9 year. We're on a 9 day. It's the 27th today, and then in its beauty, the vernal equinox if you, oh, this is only for UK, by the way. This is for London. This is based on London. And so I'm pretty central to London as well. So I'm pretty much slap bang on. I'm like a couple miles east of the central GMT line, literally. And I was literally born on the GMT line. So on the Meridian line where I was born. And we see that 09, 01, 09 is when the vernal equinox officially starts, to the second. Just to be clear, they've clocked this down to the second, and the second itself has 09. Like, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful synchronicity there. Beautiful synchronicity. Beautiful synchronicity. And then on the 7th of March, will be, so on the 7th of March, we'll be welcoming in the 9th moon. And so just so you lot know what we're looking at. Did I get the 7th of March in here? No, I didn't get in there. Let's go back to this quickly just to show you lot. So the 9th moon is about pulsation, is about, again, vibration. So I can't help but speak for myself, because the synchronicities are just too perfect for me not to be able to acknowledge the moment out loud. Why not? Let's just express it. So it's most likely that I'm going to do a ritual personally. So again, we speak about auspicious. Auspicious just means like a special day. Like every day is my birthday, especially with a system like this. It's malleable enough to make sure that every single day is special. And so yeah, on the 7th of the 3rd, as you can see, we move into the 9th moon. And so the 9th moon is the moon of the solar moon. It's basically about sun, which is a perfect energy, like the sun and the moon working in perfect harmony. And another word for it is called the pulse, like a ray, like a pulse. And obviously I've mentioned in the last couple of videos that I'm moving towards setting up a service, a complimentary service around what we do around healing, vibrational healing, essentially. Let's just use the word that I'm using at the moment. And I even invented a word called vibrology, just because I enjoy making up words. And so this is the month when it's going to launch, because obviously we're just like setting up now, but it's going to launch next month. And it's going to be launching in the 9th moon. I can feel that it's going to launch in the 9th moon, which is about the pulse, which of course then becomes about vibration. So again, just synchronicities galore. This day is a very auspicious day. So I think I've got it in my notes. Let's see. Yeah, because what we basically do is we look for auspicious days. Yeah. So we look for auspicious days. And as I'm just looking at this now, this day is ridiculously auspicious. So one, obviously it brings in the new moon energy. Yeah. Yeah, so it links with the new moon energy, of course. But then it links with some beautiful master numbers as well, which is what I'm seeing. This is literally what I'm just seeing in real time. So it links up with the 66th day in the Gregorian calendar, in the Ethiopian calendar, the 177th day. So you've got 2 master numbers there. And then you've also got the 22 here as well, with the 224. Then it also links up with the 33rd week. So it's also the 33rd week. So the master numbers are just in beautiful play at the start of this season. on this day of the 3rd of the March. So this is definitely going to be a day where you want to make sure that your intentions are clear, and that your whatever rituals and energies that you want to bring in for the month or for that particular time and space is, you know, right and exact. And if you wanted to work with energies, because obviously we were talking about the month energies, so if you wanted to work with the energies, you would basically do very specifically, I'm getting the reading to do obviously a dream, to do some dream work. This might even be the day I launch this thing. I don't want to reveal it now. Like I can't. If anyone, I'm not joking, if anyone watches this video and is heavy into dreams, actually I will say it because it's just here. It's just the time is too much. I feel like I'm going to be a little bit too early for this, but I've already started to manifest it in the universe, and I'm putting together a little, what I'm calling a dream team. So this is just one of those divine timing. Let's just talk about another thing that I'm working on. You know, I don't stop. Which is, like I said, I'm going to be setting up these working groups for people that are actually serious about doing the work, for people that actually want to like grow and learn, and we're not just, you know, here for information and not turning it into magic. For the people that actually want to do the work, I'm going to be setting up 3 working groups in the next couple of months. I don't have a time, but these 3 working groups, one is around divination. So these will be either on Discord or Telegram or WhatsApp. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. Discord, I think I mentioned as well. I'm not sure, but something like there. And so we're going to have these 3 working groups. It'll be free to join. There's not going to be any payment to it. There's no paywall behind it. But we're just looking for people that actually want to do some work and not just sit there in the background and observe and be a voyeur. Basically get your hands dirty essentially. And so the 3 working groups are, one is going to be obviously divination, synchronicity, this kind of stuff that we're teaching today. The second will be energy healing, vibrational healing. Obviously these are the 2 main things that I've launched with, but I've got this calling as well around dreams. It's not, I don't really speak about it much, but I have mentioned it a few times. The importance of lucid dreaming. Like I can lucid dream. I can lucid dream. There's no ifs or buts. And so I want to set up a dream team group, a working group around dreams, where we're going to be sharing our dreams, and we're going to be doing some magic. Like, for example, we'll be setting tasks to try and meet each other in dreams and do certain things in the spirit realm. Like I don't want to reveal it all because it's like it's going to be a private. Like we're going to be doing some real spiritual work, but in the dream world, in the astral realm. And I'm going to be teaching certain techniques, and we're going to be doing work. Like this seems to be almost clearly getting set in stone. And so yeah, anyone that knows me, just hit me up. Like check out my details. I always leave my email details, my Linktree details in the description of YouTube, of the YouTube channel, or of the YouTube videos. So anyone can just hit me up on my email, book a call with me to ask up for me. Cool. I feel like we've got Shanice, she sounds like she's going to be involved as well. So right now, and I'm working with powerful people, by the way. I'm working with people that astral travel. I work with people that lucid dream. I work with people that I didn't even know this girl could do it. Like, and she told me, I was like, I can't believe I've known someone for so long. They never told me that they could do this for a dream. But again, sometimes we don't even know our own magic. Like she probably thought that it was normal. So she has the ability to basically wake up from her dream and go and continue her dream. Now I know people have said that before, but she does it like all the time. And she was telling me, and basically when you've got that ability, she told me something that she did in her dream, where she knew she was going to go back into the dream, and she did something consciously to help out her dream self. It's unbelievable. It's just incredible stuff. So yeah, it's just exciting. Like these are the fun times, man. Like I said, this is not a channel of lack. We don't speak poverty. We only speak abundance. And us being able to tap into the dream world, us being able to tap into the lucid dreaming, us being able to tap into divination, synchronicity, us being able to tap into healing, vibrational healing, frequency healing, and some of the other things that I'm going to be dropping. It's just going to be we're going to just be creating some beautiful spaces. So if there's anyone that ever watches this video, I know it doesn't get much views, but if anyone watches these videos and wants to get involved, hit me up. Hit me up. That's all I'll say. Hit me up and we'll speak, literally. All right, cool. So I can see that this day is going to be a day for vibrational healing and also dream work. And I imagine that I'm going to do some kind of ritual to combine the two, to bring something into the universe that combines the two. I can see myself doing that, because it's even talking about gathering together in this day energy. It's talking about art. Your dreams are art. It's talking about gathering together. It's talking about coming to meet. It's talking about healing. So how could I not take this energy for the day when we're bringing in the energy of the pulse moon, and not work with it in its beautiful synchronicity that it's trying to show us through the 20, through the 66, the 77, and the 22, and the 33. And then we've got the 18 for the 9s, and then we've got the 9th moon. So we've got 9 there as well. Like, literally, I'm not making this stuff up, people. I'm not really trying to make this stuff up. It really is just in your face. You've even got the 5. Like, how many it's almost like, how many master numbers can you fill in one day? Are people actually seeing this? Or is this just me going crazy as usual? We got the 66. We got the 77. We got the 22. I don't want to talk about this, but this is real powerful as well, because it just talks about sequence. 3, 2, 4. So it's just sequence, but it's not a master number, but it is perfectly harmonic though. Then we've got the 33. We've got the 9 next to the 9. We've got the 1 next to the 1. We just said that this moon, we just said that the new moon is coming in at 9:09, or at 9:01, 9 seconds or something like that. But these numbers were there, basically. These numbers were there. That's all we know. We've obviously got the 9th tone as well. Like, this stuff is crazy in terms of these 9s and these 1s here in that little patch. And then we got the 5, and then we got the 4 as well. It's almost like no master numbers were missed out. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6, 7 7. The only thing that's missing is an 8 8. And so, to be in perfect harmony, we would need to balance the 8 8. But we got the 8 8, because what is my name? My full name is the number 88. So I always bring the 88 with me. Are people understanding what's going on here? Like, again, please, someone just, like, I don't know, throw a heart. throw a heart in the chat or something, or just let me know if any of this stuff is resonating, because this is the stuff that sends tingle on my shine. This is the stuff where my spine starts tingling. It's actually not tingling at the moment. I'm just riding the wave. But this is the kind of stuff that literally just knocks me on my feet. Just knocks me off on my feet. You know, all of these numbers, it looks so confusing for people. I can imagine how overwhelming this must be with all of these numbers. But somehow, through the number 88, I have this ability to slow down time. The number 8 is related to time, Saturn. I have this ability to be able to slow down time, slow down these numbers, work with these numbers, and just see stuff. Like, I don't even know how to do it, to be honest. Quite honestly, I don't even know how to do it. Just call it a gift and keep it moving. All right, cool. So yeah, let's keep it moving. So, all right, where were we? Yeah, we're talking about auspicious days. We've then got the 25th of the 3rd. All right, so yeah, these are just a couple of auspicious days. So me and ChatGPT added to this calendar this week. I've not really done much in divination. Like I said, I've been focusing on this whole vibrational healing angle. So I've not really focused much on divination, but obviously in preparation for today, couldn't help myself and go back into ChatGTP. So ChatGTP, I asked ChatGTP to give me the numbers for the day about 7 months ago, and it couldn't do it. It wasn't clever enough. So obviously I've got the premium version ChatGTP. I didn't even use the premium version. I didn't use the highest version. I used the second highest version. There's like 4 versions of ChatGTP. Anyway, let's not get too technical. So I used the one that was the reasoning model, and I was like, give me all of the long count numbers in the Olmec calendar. I gave it some information, and it worked first time to perfection. So yeah, we're just in that work. We're just in that space now, where again, 6 months ago, maybe even a little bit longer, it wasn't able to do that, and now it did it. It actually took 2 minutes to think, which is the longest thinking time I've ever seen it do. So it weren't easy, but it did it. So, you know, I'm very, very thankful that I'm now able to bring an extra angle. And as I was saying, basically, it seems to be that many ancient systems didn't really care for names. They focused more on days. So this long count system was their most important system. So again, just for anyone that is new to this stuff, when they were saying that the world was going to end in 2012, 21st of December, 2012, which again, the numerology there was beautiful in Gregorian anyway. When they were saying that, it was purely based on these numbers, just to be 100% clear. So on the 21st of on the 21st of December 2012, every single thing here would have been a 0. All of these numbers would have been a 0 except this number here, the 13. So we are in the era of the number 13. We're in the era of the number 13 of the Baktun. So let me see how prepped I am. Yeah, boom, I'm prepped. So the long count system. So what we're basically saying is that if you really want to get a bit more heavy into divination, if you really want to get a bit more heavy into looking at the deep stuff, you want to count days. You want to get into the habit of counting days. That's why this calendar system, the first from here to here, is all about counting days. Because what we're looking at is we're looking at seasons and rhythms and harmonics and frequencies. This is why the days are so important, as opposed to looking at months and names. You know, we can do both. We can do it all. So clearly, you know, we have it all in this calendar system. But there is a whole bunch of stuff that is purely dedicated to the long count of days and looking at different cycles of time. And so in the Mayan system, they have 5 cycles of time that they work with. And the key number within their system, the same way how I was saying that the Gregorian calendar system works off of the number 60, i.e. the day that kicks off of the year, so the day that kicks off the 3rd of March, it works off of the 60 seconds, 60 hours, so on and so forth. It works off of the number 60. The Mayan system works off of the number 20. And so just to be clear, it only has the 18 here because 18 times 20 is 360. So 18 times 20 is 360. So it's trying to work as well as possible within the 20 archetypes, these 20 different archetypes, or what we call solar seals. These are just like different names. Again, you can just Google this stuff and do your own extra research, as always, people. And it works off of the beautiful harmonics of the 144,000 days. So just to be half clear, 144,000 days for the people at the back is roughly 3.65.25. Shut up. 0.25 is roughly 300 and 394 years is 144 days. That would represent what we call one baktun. So one baktun represents roughly this much in years. And so, yeah, anyway, I was just saying that we now have the ability to work with the long calendar system, which is something that I've wanted to be able to do and add into my system. So I'm very, very happy that I'm able to do that now and just see further readings here. So the 25th of the 3rd, why have I mentioned the 25th of the 3rd? Let's go to my calendar. I can't really remember now. 25th of the 3rd, I think I know what it is. All right. So again, this is almost like a tutorial on Olmec, the Olmec calendar system. And for me, if I was teaching you intermediate level, if you were going to ask me, okay, cool, I'm now working with the sun and the moon, or I've already been doing that, what's the next level thing? I would basically say work with Sirius and start working with stars and start working with long counts. And so the best way in which that is practiced is within my system, which basically it just embodies and mimics the Mayan and also ancient Egyptian, but obviously we've lost a lot of that knowledge, and the Mayan, the Mayan or the Olmec system. And so working with those two systems, the Gregorian calendar and the Olmec system, is beautiful, is a beautiful harmonic and resonant, is a beautiful resonant harmonic. It basically means that one of your key numbers is 260. So one of their years, again, the Mayan system is so complex and beautiful. And you clearly know that they're tapping into vibrations and harmonies the same way how I'm thinking. And so it just resonates with me. And so one of their key calendar systems, as I told you, was the number 20. But then they also follow the 13 moons. So 13 moons times their key number 20. So they work off of the number 20 base system, just like how we work off the number 10. They work off of the number 20. So 20 times 13 is 260. So on the 25th of March or the 24th of March is the last day in their year cycle. So again, these are two absolutely special days. Two very, very, very special days. And as someone that loves this calendar system, I'll definitely be honoring these 2 days with celebration. Literally, I will be honoring these 2 days with celebration. No ifs or buts. No ifs or buts. So yeah, so again, we just look at these calendar systems and we just, it gives us work to do. Because it's like, why would I not work with these energies that have been used for thousands and thousands, maybe millions of years, maybe billions of years, who knows? Like, these harmonics are universal, just to be clear. Like, these numbers are universal, so why would I not work with them? So anyway, yeah, so that's what's special about that day. And then I found another lovely auspicious day in the 14th of March as well. So we've got the 7th of March, we've got the 25th of March, and then we've got the 14th of March. What was it about the 14th of March that I was enjoying? Okay, yeah. So we were just looking at the fact that it was the 250th day. Yeah, we were just looking at the fact that it was a 250th day. Quarter of 1,000. But yeah, we'll keep it moving on that one. Because I feel like the 7th has just overwhelmed it in terms of its auspiciousness. So we keep it moving. All right, cool. Then could have made this bigger. Hey ho, we're here now. Then we get into the I Ching. Now these tell a story. Yeah, this tells a story. This one didn't need to be here. So in the I Ching has a cycle roughly of about 5 days. it roughly has a cycle of about 5 days. So obviously there's about 25, 30 days in a year. So in a month. And so you'll normally see about 5 to 6 different energies at play. And so as we spoke about, the energy that brings in the month at the beginning of the month is the family. Don't worry about the ones that are after the dot. That was just don't worry about it, to be honest with you. Don't want to overcomplicate it. But again, this just tells another story in terms of the energy. The card for the month, the Cardology card for the month is the Jack of Spades. Can this system show astrocartography too? No, but I do have in particular like offline systems. Let me see if I can show it to you now. So I will do that personally, basically. Obviously, I couldn't put every single thing into the system. So I would have to. Sorry, just to be specific, are you talking, just to make sure we're on the same page, are you talking about where we live? Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you very much for clarifying. That's what I thought you meant, but I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page linguistically. Yes. So in terms of places to live, yeah, of course, but I would just need to work with my system. So, yeah, like I said, as you lot know, there's so many things that I haven't showed you guys. So I can normally do things at a level that will just be interesting, as usual, just a unique perspective. I'm not gonna say I can do it better than anybody. It just, because I've built so many different divination tools, it just allows me to come in at specific angles that others would struggle to initiate. They don't have the tools at hand. So yeah, if you are looking for that, just again, like I said, hit me up, book a call with me, let me know what you want, and we'll see if we'll see what we can work out. But I've definitely got the ingredients to be able to answer any of those kind of questions. All right, cool. So so yeah, the energy for the month, the Cardology energy for the month is the Jack of Spades. So again, with the Jack, we look at the spades as work. We look at the Jack as being innocent, the child, the Jesus, and yeah, that's the energy. I don't really need to read too much into that one. That one's real simple to understand when you connect the dots. Again, I want to trust that my audience knows how to connect the dots as well. So I don't feel like I need to over explain something like the Jack of Spades. I've given you the ingredients for it, and then it's up to you to see how that connects with your energy. If you're even into cardology, if you're not into cardology, then maybe you don't even feel to decode it. Do you see what I mean? So, okay, and another auspicious days. So we're just looking at auspicious days. These are good days for celebrations, good days for rituals. So another great day is the 29th. So we've got the 29th, we've got the 14th, we've got the 7th, and we've got the, I can't remember to be honest. What was that one I said? Oh, 25th. And we've got the 25th as well. And then now we've got the 29th. The 29th is beautiful because it's the 88th day in the Gregorian calendar, and in the Ethiopian calendar, it is the 199th day. It is the 99th day as well. So that's just some beautiful, yeah, it's the 25th. Yeah, so that's just some beautiful synchronicities that you might want to play with as well. And again, so for me specifically, again, like I said, my full name is the number 88 in my favorite numerology system. So there's no way that I couldn't play with this particular day in terms of importance, and making sure that I'm doing something vibrationally that links to my specific name. So, you know, each one of us, I feel like my app is a bit buggy at the moment. So like there is a free version of the app. So someone go into my app at some point and just let me know if it's working, because someone tried to go into my app last week and they said it's not working. So I've put it to my team, but they're not going to be able to fix it till next week just because of the work schedule. So yeah, if anyone wants to just hit me up to get some information, they can just do that. Some people just reach out to me personally. But yeah, you should be able to see all of these numbers. 25th day, 3rd month. Or would that be -1? That's crazy. Anyway, whatever. So in your free version, you would be able to see these numbers, and you should be able to see, like, I think, I can't actually remember what's on the free version. Obviously, it's the full paid for version. But my whole point is that you should be able to see your full name, and you should know okay, cool. This full name is 107. So I know that I need to play with 107. If I was born on whatever, the 3rd of March, I would need to know that 49 is my number. There's no way I would forget my numbers. At least my date of birth number in its entirety, and then also my full name in its entirety. Those 2 numbers should be ingrained. You know, just how you're a Pisces, your sun sign was a Pisces. For me, the numerology key, the date of birth and your full name, you know, that should be as important as your sun sign in astrology, in my opinion. You know, that's how I work with these numbers anyway. So me seeing the number 88, anytime I see the number 88, you know, it's on. Anytime I see the number 130, so I'm born on 130, so my birthday is the 130. Anytime I see the 130, it's on. You see what I mean? And then these are resonant harmonics, so we can play in the system of 88. All right, go on, let me show you something. I'll show you something that I've not shown anyone. It's an exclusive. So I did say there was more to this calendar because I've only went up to here. So go on, let's just do it quickly. Just to talk about, again, these are just advanced. Again, this is just all from my imagination. I'm not saying whether these things are true. These things are true because I'm making it be true. I'm setting my intention to the universe for the universe to speak to me through these codes, these signs, these symbols, these numbers. And so the universe just responds in kind. How can it not? And so obviously we've got the astrology there. We'll get to the astrology later. I've then built up the chakra for the day. Don't ask me how I did that, but I've worked out what the chakra is for the day as well. So I've not even got into this stuff. This is the stuff that I've not really shown anyone, just to be clear. So let's at least just make sure that we're on this 61. Let's just at least make sure that we're on today's one, just to give relevance for today. And so the month, the day that kicks off the month is the throat chakra. The day that kicks off the month is the throat chakra. So remember when I was telling you about the long count system? Just go into ChatGTP. There's calendar systems that will show you the length of days. Or just go into ChatGTP, any AI thing, and just ask, how old am I today in days? So on the 1st of March, I will be 15,000 days and 414 old. Just to be clear, that's how old I will be. So then I'm giving you a system. I'm not, again, like I said, I've not seen anyone speak about this. This is just my imagination, and it plays relevant. And so then what do? I turn this into a numerology day. So that's AR. And then we say that my personal day number is the number 6. Yeah, I don't even want to do the calculations. I know this is all correct. But when you add up all these numbers and you reduce it down to a number below 9 or 9 and below, this equals the number 6. So my number for that day, so my personal day number is the number 6. The same way how we've got the Gregorian calendar system here, which speaks to say that it's the number 4, because obviously this is 9. So anything that's 9, it doesn't count. We just know that the number, whatever these two numbers are, is going to be the 4. And so then we've got the first of the 1, which again is the 103, which is the 130, by the way, because you've got the zeros here. Because again, the 130 or the 13. And I said that my date of birth is 13. So I'm a 13 resonator. So this month is a real important month for me because I'm a 13 resonator through my date of birth. You see, again, hopefully people are understanding this stuff. I can only explain this stuff so much because it needs to be felt. It needs to be intuited. Like all this stuff is just pure intuition, quite honestly, or most of it, a lot of it is. And so we got the throat chakra. So we got the number for the day. I'll tell you how I did it. I basically just worked out how old the Earth is based on the Gregorian calendar, and then I worked out how many days old it is. So somewhere I've got how many days old it is, and then I've worked out what the chakra is for the day. I'm not going to explain any more than that. Like, there's like deep sciences. So look what I'm doing with the system. I'm basically saying, just to be right and prove. Again, I've not shown anyone this. I'm not even going to show you like the further ones. But there's something called biorhythms. You can just look it up yourself. I can't get into everything today. But there's something called biorhythms. Yeah, I've not made this up. This has been around for years. And basically they were saying that biorhythms, I've got to teach this one separately. I've actually got to do a separate video for this because it's going to be worthy of a separate video. But I'm also researching, I'm doing my own personal research through journaling to see the influence of these rhythms. But as I've said, that the universe works off of harmonics. There is no number that's good or bad. It just works off of harmonics. And so if I take my number 88, which is my full name, and we work with that off the 88th harmonic, I can see when my day is resonating. So based on me being, I'm not joking, based on me being this old, yeah. So on the 1st of March, I'm going to be 15,000 days and 414 days old. Yeah. If you divide that somehow, I'm not even going to show you what the formulas, but if you divide that somehow by 88, fractionize it by 88, then you basically start to see biorhythms. So I've worked out how I've said I've reverse engineered everything. So I've reverse engineered how they've done the biorhythms, and I'm coming up with my own biorhythms based on your system. So this is just experimental. I'm not going to say this is life changing. I'm not sure how true it is. It will be as true as I choose it to be, quite honestly. Just based on how I work anyway. But I'm basically saying that on this day, I'm going to be in peak 88 vibration. Anyone can do this. I told you, if you've got your number and your number's 49, you could do this with your number. That means that 49 is now a resonator number. This is deep advanced science, people. Like I said, these working groups are going to be crazy. Just understand that these working groups are going to be crazy, because these working groups, we're going to be doing this. I'm going to be showing you how to do it for yourself personally. They're going to be off the chain, these working groups. Get in touch with me if you're interested in actually doing the work. We don't play about, clearly. So what we're basically saying is on the 9th of March, yo, because the greatest rapper of all time died on what? March 9th. Anyone, my cannabis fans out here? Beast from this, anyway, it's not hip hop. So anyway, Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time, birthday is on March, died, one of the greatest rappers of all time, died on March 9th. That's a bar by basically one of my favorite songs ever. So on the 9th of March, coincidentally, when I've only just now added this system in, well, I did add this like months ago, but again, we're just playing about it. I'm going to be on my first cycle. It definitely isn't 88 days old. I didn't add this 88 days ago. We're going to be on our 88th cycle in its full height. It's going to be shining its brightest, this number 88, on the 9th of March. Yo, don't start gassing me up on hip hop, you know. Bruh, Cooley High, you're a legend, fam. On the 909 as well. You decided to drop that on the 909. Yeah, don't think I know what you're trying to play. You're trying to play about with me. Man tried to come and 909 me, you know. It's a joker. So yeah, if anyone's in a live chat, yeah, because the greatest rapper of all time died on that match. Not God rest his soul in peace, kid. Second round knockout. Forget Kendrick Lamar. Yo. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I don't want to get into a hip hop conversation. I'm a hip hop head, just in case people don't know. I'm an absolute hip hop head. So that era is my favorite era of hip hop. Beast from the East. Sorry, Second Round Knockout. That's one of my all-time favorite songs, man. Shout out to Cannabis. All right, cool. Anyway, let's keep it moving. But my whole point is you can see how we're playing about with this stuff. All of this stuff here. So this is so what I'm basically saying is that I've come up with our own personal biorhythms. I'm not going to get heavy into this science today because, like I said, I might just drop a whole individual video on the science of biorhythms. It deserves a longer piece, or at least a major segment. But again, it's just flavors. We're just flavoring up the pot by teasing you with this kind of information. So yeah, there's no way now on the March the 9th. So basically what I need to do, what I'm going to start doing, because I do it sometimes, but again, consistency is my downfall, because of my chaos, because I'm a nature chaos being. So what I need to do basically is just mark up my own personal auspicious days to make sure that I'm potentizing the energies that are naturally at play. So March 9th now becomes a potentizer, clearly. Do you see what I mean? This 7th, I didn't say to you, again, I've said it a few times, that the number 66 is it was my first number. It was my first introduction into numerology. So this Gregorian number of the 66 just so happens to be on what I would say is probably the most auspicious day, just from a numerology perspective. So this is the day of numerology. There's definitely, I told you, look, every single master number was at play here, other than the number 88. But as I said, I am the number 88. So every single master number is at play here. I've never seen that before, ever. That's crazy. So yeah, we got a powerful time coming up. So let's keep it moving. Auspicious days. All right, so then we're going to Book of Souls. So I've already done the medicine cards, and I've already done Olmec astrology. So all I'll pick out is astrology. So I normally don't do astrology, and it's not because I can't do it. It's just that I'm not trying to saturate the market, and for me, astrology has got the most videos out there. You know, it's not hard to find 100 readings on astrology, on anything. Quite honestly, it's the most spoken about, along with tarot cards, divination science out there. So yeah, I very rarely do astrology in my readings, but it was so pertinent that I felt like I couldn't ignore it, in particular for today. So again, this is my version of astrology, so we don't have every single thing that you would have on an Astro Seek or an advanced app, but you know, we've got the key basics. Let's just say we've got enough to get us going. So all right, so the key thing here is that your inner planets, or the key planets, so the sun and the moon, i.e. your conscious, your subconscious, your male, female, yin, yang, water, fire, so on and so forth, plus Mercury, which is communication. These planets are in conjunction with one another. They'll be in conjunction with one another, especially Moon and Mercury, because you can see 23 degrees. So that is obviously a close conjunction. Conjunction means that they're close together, basically. So it basically means that they're in the same house. So all these 3 planets plus Saturn plus your North Node are in the home. And what rules the home is Pisces. So as usual, I've given my 1-word variation, and 1 word is enough for me to go ham. And how did I read this before? Oh yeah, because it's speaking quite loud in terms of what this meant, basically. So what we're basically saying is Pisces, and just, yeah, if you want to see 11th house stuff, sorry, 4th house, you would look here. So the 4th house rules the home, It rules the young children. It rules babies. It rules parents. Basically, it rules families. Home and families are obviously the key, and emotional foundations as well. It also rules security. It's obviously a number 4 energy, so it obviously has all the security stuff going on as well. And it's obviously a feminine number because it obviously connects to the Mother Earth. So number 4 is directly rooted into the earth, hence the home, hence the special things that women have that men don't really have. So we basically had the family in the I Ching as well. Remember, we start the month off in family. So that was a beautiful connection as well. If you want to see some energy for Pisces as well. So again, this we just try and give like an overview idea. And so Pisces also relates to a lot of these particular energies as well, in terms of belief, in terms of what? Intuition. Did we not say that this month's card that kicks it off is about inner knowing? How do you tap into your inner knowing? Through intuition. So it's also the energy of magic, religion, and spirit and intuition. And so when we're looking at all of those energies and we go back down here, it should be quite clear what's happening. It's basically saying that your inner world, i.e. your conscious and your subconscious mind, and how you express yourself, how you communicate yourself, is all about how you set up your house, how you set up your belief system. How have you set that up as a foundation for growing? Because you're going to fall and die on your belief system. I've said this already. In a universe that is malleable, in an age of information overload, in this Aquarius age, it's not necessarily about proving facts. It's about understanding that all systems of logic, i.e. this number 4, all systems of logic are faulty. You only bypass faulty logic and something called Gödel's incompleteness theorem. Gödel's incompleteness theorem is a theorem that just states, is a truism that just states that no systems are perfect. And so when you understand that no systems are perfect, you understand that searching for this truth, searching for a universal absolute truth, is less relevant than has been made out. Because what you need to be doing in the universe is adapting your beliefs. Your beliefs are going to lead you to your promised land. And your beliefs should always be changing. I swear down, I've just noticed that I've spelled believe wrong. I don't know how, I've only just noticed that. That's how you know you get blind to this stuff. I just look at data all the time and I've only just now seen that it should just really be belief. But anyway, hey ho, we keep it moving. It's fine. So what we're basically saying is that if your beliefs are faulty, it basically means that you're not going to be able to be rooted on solid foundations. Your conscious, your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are going to be fractured, and you're not going to be able to express yourself in harmony. So again, this whole reading, a lot of this reading has been about this fruiting flower. But this fruiting flower isn't going to have a chance to grow if your thoughts, if your beliefs are in dissonance, if there is an irregularity with your beliefs. And the beautiful thing here is that Saturn is also here. So it's basically saying, get your ish in order. It's all right. I'll just because people ask again, if you ask me, I'll give an answer as always. So I will speak about Leo in a second. because it wasn't ready for here. I've not looked at it, but we can do things on the fly. So I will do that for you. So, yeah, we have Saturn and your North Node. What's beautiful here is that your North Node, so your North Node is about what you're growing into. They say it's who you're going to be in your next life or in your heaven. Yeah. So that's what they say about your North Node. And that direction that you're going into, I literally just said that your heaven, where you're going to go, where you die, is going to be determined by your beliefs, because your beliefs is the foundation of everything. Because at some point you have to make up an hypothesis about how you see the world. So I've not really explained this, but I've explained this in other videos. I've explained this in the more metaphysical ones where I go into like metaphysics and philosophy. I've explained this, like the power of beliefs. So you check out my Infinite series, the first video in my Infinite series, I talk about beliefs being the foundation of everything as a conscious being. And we're basically saying that your beliefs are going to direct your heaven. So what you want to do is you really, in this start of this month, because it's this energy, because the moon is going to move. The moon moves every 3 days. Mercury moves in days as well. So these two energies won't be in Pisces, but this is what, again, is the cornerstone energies bringing in the month. So, and also as well, they're at 26 degrees. So they're already going to be changing. Like this will change after the second day. Like it will be gone. Mercury will probably be gone in 2 days or something like that, because they're towards the end of their degrees. Remember, there's only 30 degrees per star sign. So these two energies, you've got basically, I would say that if I was doing a ritual for this particular month, it would be about resetting my beliefs, making sure that my beliefs around what I believe family is, my beliefs around what I perceive as my emotional foundations are reassessed and re-evaluated in time, to make sure that the fruits that I'm about to bear, i.e. young children, remember this young children is also young minds, these new ideas, because Mercury is also here as well. So it's also about new ideas. So these new ideas, how healthy is my state? You know, how healthy are my feminine wiles in order to bring a child into this world? Am I going to be bringing in a child of health, or am I going to be bringing in another energy and idea of sickness because I haven't done the proper alignment work with my belief system, and I'm allowing my energy to be scattered in disharmony and disease? That's what this energy is speaking to. And because Saturn is there as well, watching it, you're going to feel the hard way if you don't take heed to this, because Saturn is there. So Saturn is watching. Saturn is about law and constriction. And so what you might want to do is you might want to remove some of your what? Limiting beliefs. That day, literally just the 1st of March, would be a great day to do some rituals or some meditations, contemplations around removing limiting beliefs. Beliefs that don't allow you to tap into your North Node. Beliefs that are stopping you from reaching your North Node. We may use a ritual, because again, I make up rituals completely on the spot. Like my rituals are just so intuitive. Like there's no books. I don't go to no books. I don't have no ritual books. But I would be thinking around doing something with air. I would be thinking around speaking. I would be thinking around writing. I might, again, I've given people the first lesson in my paid for course that I charge for. I've given people the first lesson, which is set up a, write out what you believe in and what you know to be true, what your no's are, and what you don't know. And how can you substantiate your knowledge? Or are these things that you think to be true just beliefs? And are these beliefs that you have something that you don't need to hold on so tightly to? In this universe, the only thing is change. So when we hold so tightly to beliefs, we basically become what? Constricted by them. We become what? Bound by them, i.e. time, i.e. Saturn. Like this ritual that I'm telling you to do will be so powerful if you do it on the first day of this month. You've got 4 days, 3 days, 2 full days, or whatever, 3 days, or whatever, to basically think about doing a ritual. And I would recommend, just based off of my intuition, going with something written, going with something energy, and putting your emotion into it. Spoken word, for example, poetry, for example. Yeah, so talking about your future self, how you want to tap into your future self by removing your limiting beliefs. That would be a great ritual. Remember, for me, everything is a ritual, by the way. So when I say ritual, you know, take it from a everything is magic. Again, this is just language. If you've ever followed me before, then everything is magical. So me writing poetry is me tapping into magic, is me doing a ritual. So, all right, cool. So yeah, just had to point that one out. That was real powerful. Really powerful. So just looking at one more thing quickly. All right. Let me see what's going on. Not much. Not much. So someone in the chat just asked me to look at Leo. So Leo, there are no planets at Leo in the first of the month. Now I've not done a whole month transition. I've not done a whole month transition. But these energies will be moving into Leo as well. So Leo rules the 5th house. So Leo rules the 5th house. Naturally, the natural order of Leo is to move into the 5th house. Again, I don't have the birth chart up. I don't have the actual birth chart up for today, so I can't see what house Leo rules right now. So I can't really speak to it, but I can speak to the fact that the natural house that rules Leo is the 5th house, and obviously Venus is in there as well, and which is beautiful because obviously Venus is a fire sign, is a fire energy, so it's obviously complementary. What did I just press there? I don't know. So yeah, it's obviously complementary to Aries, which is also a fire sign, and so it being a sign of passion, it being a sign of romance, and the planet, basically we're talking about 2 homes. Obviously Venus is obviously fire as well, is obviously love, which is obviously a fire kind of energy, and so we've got a lot of harmony. There's a lot of fire, basically. There's a lot of passion going on with Venus and Aries, and it's about basically standing on your square, like, who are you? Being who you are, like, I am, but from a real passionate, like a non-compromising Leo kind of energy. This is who I am. This is what my passions are. And this is the space that I create from. So I can't dim my light. There's too much fire going on for me to be dimming my light for you. Is essentially the energy and attitude that you may want to move with if you wanted to bring and tap into passion, creativity, Venus, love, anything like that. It seems to be very obvious, very complementary energy, basically. Very complementary energy. The other thing I was going to say is I've never seen a chart this high before. So I've got my own score in terms of aspects. So anyone that knows about astrology understands about aspects, and they understand that basically these are just the harmonics. So again, I've used that word about 100 times today. It's one of my favorite words in the English language, harmonics. And so aspects is just showing relationships. The universe is relational. The universe is a mirror. All of these good stuff. And so I've never seen a chart with so many positive aspects. Literally only 2 squares, not one opposition. There is not one planet in opposition. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is a powerful, powerful time. Like, if I was looking at the energy for this time, because again, especially with like how quick the moon moves and how quick, you know, Mercury moves and stuff like that, you know, these are fast moving planets, so they can easily go into opposition real quickly. I'm going to make sure that the 1st of March, I do I'm going to do a massive ritual on the 1st of March. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to follow my own advice. Again, look, we got the 91 being the negative. We just spoke about the new year coming in with the 91s. We were talking about the 9 and 1s before. We got the 1 here as well. So anyway, my whole point is that it's just a massively positive month. I don't think I've ever seen a month. I don't think I've ever seen a day like this before. You know, it's not like I check things every day. I don't check astrology every day, again, but it's just real, real powerful. I would super duperly focus on the ritual for this day. Like, you got all the moon energy going on. You got all the Venus is happening. Saturn is happening a lot with stuff. Jupiter's happening a lot. Like, most of the planets are involved. Most of the planets are involved in some kind of conjunction that is positive. Like, I don't want to go through it all individually. I kind of want to just intuitively look. I don't want to like overanalyze it. But almost all of the planets and bodies are in good alignment with each other. So yeah, great day for a ritual. Great day to tap into the stars in particular. All right, cool. So yeah, that's kind of it. And I said now I'm gonna do the live reading. So yeah, it's good. Okay, cool. I think I'm doing pretty well for time. I'm not gonna go into an advanced. Yeah, like there were certain things I didn't prepare for today, but then there's certain things I did prepare that I didn't prepare last time. So as usual, we just go with the flow, of course. But yeah, I feel like I've given a lot of information for now. So now I'm going to do a live reading. So I might as well blow up with a webcam. And so yeah, just to explain, if for anyone that's not seen this before, this is how I do divination. So again, I have a 24 calendar system. So this card, there's 24. Let's look for the number 24. I love when I do this stuff with the dice, because all this stuff is just changing my divination. So it's a 24 by 24 dice. I have 2 dices. Obviously, one representing chaos, one representing order, one representing yin, one representing yang, or yin, yang. And yeah, it's Chinese checkers. That's how it was. Okay, I didn't even know you know about that. Yeah, Chinese checkers. Like, literally, it's Chinese checkers. So yeah, I play games. I'm a gamer. Like, all up here are all of my board games. Trying to point to it. I got tons of board games. I'm a board game player. And so yeah, I was just looking. So anyway, I don't want to go into it, because I broke down the metaphysics of this Chinese checkers as well one day. I broke it down like this is some deep science. Again, obviously it's got a hexagram, that as above, so below, you know. And then you've obviously got the yin and the yang. Like, they weren't playing about blue shift, red shift. They weren't playing about with these color combinations. I'll tell you that one for free. Like, Chinese checkers is a deep science. I once broke this down, because I even counted up all the dots on Chinese checkers. I can't remember it now, but it was some mad numbers. Like, they were not playing. So anyway, this board is definitely divine. There is no ifs or buts. This board is got some mad vibrations going through it. So then we come with the 2024 system. Just remember that my oracle system that I built. So the 13 divination systems, again, which is 13. Remember that number. Working off of the moon. We're also in the 13th back turn. We're speaking about 13 today. I'm also 130, which is 13. keep it moving. So anyway, my divination system, just for anyone that's never seen this before, I've got 9 people in the chat. So it's about as much people as ever watched any of those divination videos where I do the readings. And essentially it's a 24 by 24 system. So all of my divination cards or oracle cards, when you add them up across the 13 divination systems, it comes up to 576. 576 just so happens to be a square resonator, i.e. it resonates with 24 times 24. It's a square number based on the 24. And so we then looked to see if there was anything called the 24 dice. We worked out those are 24 dice, and then boom, that was the birth of this particular iteration of this divination system. So we're now going to tap into the energy. So let's get my water. I think I've done this live once before, in fairness. I thought today I was going to say it was my first time ever. I think I did it live once, but again, I'm not even sure if I published it online. I don't know what. May have kept it to myself. So anyway, I'm going to do it out loud. So normally I just do these stuff in my head, but I'll do it out loud just to kind of let you know what I'm doing. So everything is divine. This will work amazing. Like, I can't wait to see what's going to be revealed. It's going to be divine. So as we use the monthly divine, we're going to tap into the energies for the month, understanding the universal law of balance, the universal laws of rhythm, the universal laws of harmony, the universal laws of so-called duality. And we're going to understand how the duality plays out so we can see the expression of the one, the unity. And so in this dualistic so-called world, we understand that it can be perceived through an as above and a so below, an as within and a so without. And so as we choose harmony from these two vibrations, we throw the dice and use our intuition to bring about ma'at, balance, justice, order, and chaos. And so it is with my first throw that I choose to look at the universal, external, environmental energy for the month. It has been said, and so it shall be. All right. So we just threw the 5 and 13. I need to get a pen. Actually, I don't need to get a pen. I'm just doing my laptop. So we just threw, and I'll show you how this works in a second. So we just threw the 5 chaos. So we threw 5 chaos, and then we threw the 13. We already know that's divine because we spoke about the 13, didn't we? So, and the 13 came through in the order. Thank you. And so I'm not even trying to decode. I'm trying to stay in the mind of just throwing the dice. I ain't even trying to decode yet. Just keeping it moving. All is divine. Everything will shine. Oh, I like that one. All is divine. Everything will shine. So let's bring the energy that we as beings, beautiful soul beings who choose harmony, who choose resonance with the divine universal nature that some call source, universe, God, We appreciate this all. And so it has been said, and so it is. Sometimes the numbers kind of go halfway, and I've got to work out which one, but I come up with a system to make it easier. So that's definitely a 3, and that is a 12. We got a 3 and a 12. So we got a 3 and a 12. So we got the 3 on the chaos, and then we got a 12 on the order. 3 and a 12. Yeah, we don't doubt stuff. If I say something out loud, I never doubt anything. That's the key thing with my magic. I don't doubt none. The minute I see it, and it is it. All right, cool. So now let me share my screen with you and show you where the magic happens. So we then go into this divine app. Like I said, when I do this working group, I'm going to release this. I'm going to release a version of this so people can do their own divination based on my system. It won't be as complex as this, but you'll have more than enough. Like you'll have more than enough. So anyway, let's put it in. So we put in the number 5. Chaos. No, that was order. Sorry, we put in a 13. All right, so let's blow it up. Leave me alone. Please and peace. All right, cool. So all we're doing here is we're putting in the dice throw in this card line. There you go. We're there now. So we're putting in the dice throw that we just threw now, that we did the live divination for. So let's go. So we put in the 13, and then we put in the 5. And then we put in the, what did I say? Then we put in the 3. So the 12. And then we put in the 3. I can already feel things are popping off. Quite honestly. Like I can already feel things are popping off. Yo, that's crazy. Again, all is divine. There's no way that me doing my first live divination setting weren't going to be ridiculously powerful. So, you know. All right. So we'll look at the numbers. Yeah. 1, we've been speaking about the 13 all day. Like literally 13 has been a theme number for the day. Yeah. We obviously got the 13. Now, again, this is pure coincidence, by the way. Pure coincidence that we're just seeing as usual. We've got the number 12. So we've got the number 12 and we've got the number 3. So we've got the number 12, which obviously is a number 3. And then we've got the 3. So we've got 33. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. I told you, can't make this stuff up. You got the 33. The total number of all of these dice, when you put them together, equals what? The number 33. So it's like it's like the number 33 has like birthed itself. It's basically birthed itself. So this number 33 obviously is the number of, is a master number of creation. It's a master. It's a master number. It's obviously the number that Jesus died on. Coming through with the 12 disciples, him being the 13th, him being the center of the circle. So here you've got the 12 disciples, and here you've got, it's like a Christian. You've got the center of the circle being the number 13. That's why the 13 is powerful as well, because it represents the ascension point, the implosion point, the recursive point, the point of perfect death is represented through the 12, which so many systems use. Obviously, the 12 system being a cycle, a harmonic cycle for Earth, obviously, and then the 13th number being in the middle. So we mastered the 12 to then get back to the 13 or the 1. And then here you're seeing the 12 here, and then obviously you're seeing the 33 here as well. So the cards that it speaks to is loyalty. The cards that it speaks to is loyalty. Through the dog, through Sirius. So we basically just spoke, again, people, just are we paying attention to what's happening? We've just been speaking about how the 13 moon system is the system that I choose to resonate with. And the one I choose to resonate with, because there's many moon systems, I choose to mainly resonate with the Mayan calendar system, which is based on Sirius, which is based on ancient Egypt as well. And we have the dog, i.e. Anubis, mastering the as above. Remember, these are about the as above. And what did we say about Sirius? It was at its brightest around the 20th or so of July, representing the dog star. Again, just I don't know if people know this stuff, but like Anubis, the dog star, Sirius, they are synonymous. And it's only getting brought up because of the number 13, which obviously comes also. Let's just shout out the number 5 as well, because the number 5 then makes the number 18, which allows us to get the 33. And the number 18 obviously is a 9 resonator, which is what my man was saying. Shout out to Cooley High, which is obviously a 9 resonator, which obviously then, you know, allows us to then get the Sirius number, which in my particular system is the 209th card, which is about the 3. So what we're seeing here is that this number 3 is seemingly, I need to do more numerology with it, but it seems to be that this number 3 is like the creator, the jack of clubs. Sorry, the jack of spades. This number 3 seems to be the birthing number. You've got the number 3 there. You've obviously got the number, then you've obviously got the 33s here. So yeah, thank you very much, Cooley High. Thank you very much. Powerful. I then spoke. So in my divination throw, I then spoke about, am I sharing my screen? I just realized, am I even sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. All right, cool. So yeah, I then spoke about, well, I've not really spoken about it, but I spoke about the 12 with it being the pyramid. The so-called duality really just being an excuse for us to get through to the one. Duality was only created so we could understand oneness. I'll just say that one for the people in the back. You didn't know that. Duality had to be created so we could understand oneness and appreciate it, which basically is perfectly done through the pyramid, and also the as above, so below through the hexagram, which we just have now established is the Chinese checkers. Checkmate, bro. This dice throw is a checkmate move. I've been playing chess all week. I've been teaching my daughters chess all week. I've been teaching who? What? My 3 daughters. I Ching, Chinese checkers. Been teaching my daughters chess all week. Leveling them up, all 3 of them. And I finally got them to actually love it, instead of me just teaching them some stuff that they don't even enjoy. So anyway, but yeah. Beautiful, lovely week. So we then have the red serpent. Obviously, we are in the year of the snake, and the most chaos line of the chaos line. So this is like the most chaos number. Let's just say, and this is the most ordered number, because it's like, kind of don't really want to explain it, but it's like, yeah, this, like I said, this is the as above, so below. The so below would obviously represent chaos. The as above would obviously represent order. So the most ordered of the order line is this Sirius line, excuse me, and the most chaos of chaos line is the red serpent. The one that fights for survival, the life force, the chi, the serpentine energy. But showing a free nature, a birthing nature. This desire to want to not just survive, but create. this survival instinct, but it's trying to get through to its creator self. It wants to move into its creator self. That's what these numbers are showing me today. So how do we, this will be a transition. How do you transition from surviving to creating? So one is created from lack, and then one is created from abundance. And we do this by knowing how to charge something harmonically. Yo, this is this reading is banging. It's reading is banging. It's reading is banging. So if you don't know how to basically be in harmony with the universe, then all you're going to be creating is what? Destruction. Evil. Eve. Now, obviously, we're talking about the serpentine in the Garden of Eden, the forbidden fruit. All you're going to be doing is beautiful. So yeah, all we're going to be doing is creating disease and disharmony, discord. The universe is a song. You do not want to be creating discord. So this is almost like speaking to a cautiousness around understanding that in your survival mode is when you're truly judged. It is very, very easy for when things are going well for us to be able to maneuver very easily. But when we are forced into our instinctual primal animal self, how does your nature change? Because that will say as much, if not more, about your true you than the good times. But if you are in your instinctual primal mode, able to be loyal to the what? Most high, speaking about Sirius, if you are able to be loyal to the Most High, understanding that even in your darkest times, you have your most loyal companions by your side, i.e. ancestors, then you will rise in harmony, increasing in harmony through the number 42, the 42nd I Ching. The number 42 is the number of what? Balance. The 42 laws of what? Ma'at. Yeah. This is literally everything I base everything on. So you only want to be increasing when you're at a stage of balance. You don't want to be increasing violence, discord, disunity, duality. Your ability to stay loyal is going to be key. So then we get you a few more codes, because why not? Get you a couple more codes now. So this is the 5 base. So all we did there is broke down the 219 and the 532 codes within my divination system, which also is a number 11. So we got the master number, we got the portal. So we're basically saying that this number, this is what opens up a portal, a vortex to the multidimensionality of self. How do you copy yourself as a self-similar being? The one creating the one that then creates the two, i.e. the Fibonacci sequence. I need to see my bottle. But yeah, the Fibonacci sequence. Hopefully people are keeping up. But this is just, it is what it is. You just call it a channel. Call it whatever you want to call it, to be honest. I'm not fussed. But yeah, hopefully people are keeping up. If you're not, ask me a question in the chat. So we're basically saying that we open up a portal. If you want to open up a portal, this is how you do it. You open up a portal here. Again, what is it? It's called a gate. What is a gate? A gate is a door. A portal. You open up a portal through what? The number 3. The 33. It's repeating itself. Anyway, I could go on. I feel like I'm repeating myself now. Hopefully it's obvious. So we're basically saying that Yeah, so okay, cool. Go on. So these are like high elements, yeah. So I'm only because when it comes to the chemical elements, just to, oh yeah, sorry. Let's slow it down. Sorry, apologies. Not everyone knows my system. Most people don't. So this is based on the periodic table. Yeah. So the system that actually plays out the most within my divination system is the periodic table. There will be a day where I break down the periodic table in my way, and I'm gonna blow everyone's mind. I'm gonna just not today. I just need time to do it. But anyway, whatever. It just needs to be the right time. But anyway, let's just say that the periodic table has been turned into a divination system. And of course, why not? Because all we are is just a bunch of elements at the end of the day, especially physically. And so the 68th element within the periodic table is erbium, which comes from this beautiful place called Yetabe, which has multiple rare earth minerals. It's a place of multiple rare earth minerals, one of which is erbium, where it was found. Also see yttrium, terbium. Yes, I didn't even know it was going to say that. But yeah, because I've researched this Yetabe place. This Yetabe place is mad spiritual, of course, because it's also birthed these other earth elements within the periodic table: yttrium, terbium, and ytterbium. And anyway, I'm connected to ytterbium basically. So anyway, we see ER. So So I'm just gonna do a name breakdown because I don't want to break down this. I don't want to break down the element too deep. Actually, I do now. I've changed my mind. My first time I changed my mind because you asked me a question. I'm only here for the people, them. So you asked me a question. So this is what I would normally do. So I'm just showing you how I do it in real time. Divination. So let's go into a term. You are taking a yo. What did you just do there? All right, cool. Clicks, mate. So I would go there and then I would do roll. What's it called? All right, and then I will go to here particular. The reason why I use this website, by the way, so again, there's so many websites that have there's so many websites that will have the periodic table. But the reason why I like this one is because this one is gilded. So when we mean gilded, we mean like almost like masonry. Like this is the oldest institute in the world for chemistry. So I like to see what they say because I understand that they understand alchemy. These guys were working with alchemy and then just turned it into something called science. And what I love about them is that they have these symbols. And I don't believe that these symbols are put here by coincidence. It's just my personal belief. You don't have to believe me. But I believe that these symbols is not just done by some guy in the social media department that was just in his first day of the job. I believe that these symbols are trying to speak to us. They got some sacred codes in here, basically. So anyway, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will just enjoy the symbology anyway. So we go to erbium, again found in Yetabe, Sweden. And I like to look up the image of why they've done the image for. So where is it again? It says it somewhere. Image explanation. Thank you very much. This image reflects the use of the element producing pink glazes in ceramic. So this is the color of pink. So again, they've just given us now a first symbolic reference saying that this has a pinkish glaze. This helps produce pink in ceramics. Ceramics is our, I don't want to try and get too science. Like I can get real kind of sciencey with stuff, but let's just say it's piezoelectric, which is basically what crystals are. It's basically vibrations. You want things that are piezoelectric if you're doing spiritual work. That's why you work with crystals, basically. The science of crystals is deep. And they're saying that this is used as pink glazes in ceramic. So obviously that taps into Venus energy, that taps into love energy. It taps into, yeah, Venus energy. Yeah, see, this is when I get myself lost in here. When I start going into this stuff, quite honestly, I get lost because now they're speaking about infrared. And infrared, obviously, I work with light. You know, anyone that's watched my last 2 videos, they know that I'm heavy into working with light therapy. And so infrared is one of the key aspects of light therapy. And they're saying that erbium also works with, is used in infrared absorbing glass. And that's what gives it the pink tinge. It's also used to give color to some sunglasses. And then it's also used in broadband. So again, it's a carrier, it's an amplifier of energy because it's used for broadband signals carried by fiber optics. And obviously fiber optics is like advanced cable systems. So yeah, it's incredible. So yeah, if you've got anything from that, you can get it from that. But to summarize, a lot of this energy is around amplifying, I would say amplifying love. This is an amplifier of love. That's what this clear energy would say. And you would amplify love, obviously, by working with loyalty, by being faithful to your passions is how you would amplify the love in this particular energy. This is how you would increase. Once you're in this space, then you can increase. All right, so let's go back to this now. So this can also be explained as the 5 elements. So what you're looking at here is you're looking at it from 2 ways, especially. You're looking at the 5 elements, hence why they're color coded. And then you're also looking at what I've called the 5 versions of self. I can't remember what I called it. I actually had a fun name for it. But the five aspects of self, as in higher self, which H, lower self, future self, and past self. So we're now playing about with time with this oracle system. So with this oracle system for the month, we're playing about with time, and we're also playing about with the elements. So there's 2 different ways to look at it. There's a few more as well, but to keep it simple, those are the 2 main ways, 2 primary ways to look at it. And so we're basically saying that in order to tap into, so we're basically saying that the past would have only been fortuitous if you lived in your strength. If you was living in strength, then you would have been able to multiply. We're saying that your future is Japanese. Funny. Nihon is basically the word for Japan. That's the original name. And we've got the 113. And we're basically saying that your future, remember we spoke about Saturn before, yeah? Your future is about becoming the mystic. So this whole energy for the month is how do we become more mystical? How do we turn the mundane into the magic, as my saying goes? We do that with our ability to alchemize and understanding when to what, get rid of limiting beliefs, and also understanding which limiting beliefs need to be destroyed. Destroying matter. Your thoughts are matter. Your thoughts need to make sense. We then have, again, what? The solar pulse here. So basically we're saying that the centered self, like this reading is mad actually. I mean, it's always mad, but this one in particular is mad. Because we're basically saying that everything is about returning to source, which again is the pulse. Remember, we started off the month, just to show perfect synchronicity. We started off this month in the month of the pulse. Oh, that was it. The moon. That was it. We're saying that on the 7th of September, we're about to move into the month of the pulse. Yeah, on the 7th of March, apologies. 7th of March, we're moving into the month of the pulse, which is the 9th tone. Yeah, just to make sure we're still paying attention, people. I might need to do it for people because I don't miss a beat. And so the solar pulse is where we are returning to. This is when we know we're centered, when we're able to vibrate in a perfect harmonic. We're only able to vibrate in a perfect harmonic when we understand the order of things, and we understand that the high vibrations control the lower vibrations. And because the higher vibrations control the lower vibrations, we call on things like our higher self, the higher order, Sirius star system. We call on the Sirius star system. Let me just get something up for you lot, just to, because this is like, just want to prove stuff. So the Divine Mother, just to be clear, people, what we're looking at here is the Divine Mother. So when we're calling on Sirius, we're calling on the Divine Mother, the Great Mother, which would be Isis in this particular system, which is the main deity, the main female deity, the most divine deity in ancient Egypt, let's just say. Let's put it that way. Isis or Set. Yeah. The Dog Star. High Assistance. I would say that this energy is more female. It's basically what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this energy is maybe tapping into the grandmother. Yo, I know what I'm gonna listen to. So I know what I'm doing. There's a video that I need to listen to, and it was called The 44 Grandmothers. It's by a shaman. It's just a YouTube video that I need to listen to. I'm listening to a shaman that I've never heard of before up until yesterday or today, maybe this morning or something. He's just blowing my mind at the moment, this shaman. He's got a video called The 44 Grandmothers. There was no reason to listen to it, but now I'm going to listen to it because of this whole high assistance, Sirius pulsation thing that is going on. And me understanding that we need to destroy matter. The destroying matter is also a very feminine energy. That would be the feminine energy, the Kali energy. So yeah, we're about to wrap up. Any questions? If anyone wants any questions, the first person in the chat to ask for a personal reading, I will do my first ever personal reading for 5 minutes live. You can ask me any question. First person to ask gets it, if anyone's paying attention. If not, I'm gonna go. This part will not be recorded. I will end the video now. So as in on live. So obviously I'm still recording now, but I'm saying I will end the video on the replay. So yeah, just let me know. I believe there are some people in the chat. First to go. All right, cool. So you gotta ask me a question. What is your question? What would you like to know about this month? Let's keep it on topic. So you got to ask me a question. All right, go on. I'll do two, because I did say, because Shanice was the first one. She was the first one to join live today, and I actually thought it was only going to be me and her today. So all right, cool. So I've got two people. I'm going to stay online for another 10 minutes. I'm going to do 5 minutes each, and the question has got to be related to this month. That is the only caveat. Let's do this now. So please ask me your questions. And cool. Someone is just going to call me tomorrow because, yeah, they have my phone number. So Shanice, you're up. What is your question? What would you like to know? Obviously, you know what my readings are like because you've had a reading from me before. So you know that I can only do so much in 5 minutes, but I will try my best. All right, cool. So you said a reading, but I want you to be a bit more specific, Shanice. Be a bit more specific. Let's see what we got. All right. What does March have in store for me? Days to maximize abundance specifically for me. All right. So if you don't, you can put it in the live chat. Remember, I don't think I can, I'm not sure if the live chat will. No, that's all good. It's all good. It's all good. If you can, obviously I know I've done a reading for you before, but just remind me of your birthday. And we'll do, yeah, remind me of your birthday. Good night. Enjoy your dinner. It's a long time. It's a late time to be eating, but yeah, I didn't even really have dinner as well. No, anyway, whatever. I've been eating for like 6 hours, but it's all cool. We got this. We got the special water. We got the special brew, so we're all good. High on life. All right. Yeah, so Shanice, if you can give me your numerology, otherwise I won't be able to make it for you personally in terms of your days of abundance. Well, yeah, all right, cool. Boom. So all right, I'm just gonna go into my own. I'm gonna do something different. Should I do something different? I'm not sure. Should we do something different? All right, yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it more simple. I'm gonna go into another app. Again, I've got systems upon systems upon systems. So I'm gonna go into. I'm not gonna explain none of this stuff because I ain't got time. This is just a 5-minute reading. But where do I want to go? I was gonna go somewhere. All right, cool. So again, I've never shown this before and I'm not explaining it today. Today weren't really the day where I was going to explain new stuff, but yeah, we're just doing things on the fly as always. So, all right, 1st of the 9th. Sorry, obviously I'm in the UK. So when I say 1st of the 9th, I mean January. Is it January the 9th or is it September the 1st? Apologies. Could you, sorry, is it January the 9th or yeah, do that, John. Do that, Don. Yeah, catch up, man. It's always a good thing to catch up. All right, yeah. So what do you mean, Shanice? Do you mean I feel like your birthday was in January, if I remember correct. If I remember correctly, it was January the 9th. Yeah, I think it was January the 9th. Yeah, you're in America as well, I remember. So yeah. Yes. My memory, yeah, anyone knows me. That's why I document. Just to be clear, the reason why I document everything is because my memory is a piece of junk. I don't remember nothing. Yeah, she got powerful numbers. Look at her numbers, people. Shout out to Shanice. I'm just going to shout out to Shanice. I'm going to blow her up on the screen. She's the first person ever that reached out to me for a reading. So she was the first. Sorry, no, she was the first person. Shanice is a day one. She was the first person ever to click on my Linktree link and ask for a free 5-minute reading. And we'll keep it private, but it wasn't 5 minutes. It didn't last 5 minutes. That's all I'll say. But yeah, her numbers are incredible. Look at the 9, look at the 1s and the 9s just popping off. And then for her, so for you, obviously what you need to do, Shanice, is you need to, the screen has September the 1st. No, this I'm in the UK. So in the UK we have a different system. So this says the days. Oh yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you are right. No, you are right. Okay, no, you are right. The 9th month. Thank you very much. I'm confusing my English and my American. Trying to work with you people then. So yeah, as I was saying, her numbers are just so beautiful. It's unbelievable. Like I remember I just like, yeah, anyway. People that come to me for a reading, it is always divine. My readings are always banging because people only come to me and I just reveal to them how special they are. because I'm so small. The channel's so small. So why else would you come to me? It would have to be for some kind of divine reason. So anyway, I can't remember your surname, and I know I just blew up the spelling. I didn't get the spelling exactly right, but it's cool. So anyway, my whole point is that you definitely want to be doing a ritual on this particular day. So without me even going into my divination system, because of how perfect the numbers were with this 1 and the 9, this would be a beautiful day for you to do a ritual as well on the 7th. But then also the spring equinox, because remember when we said the spring equinox was coming in at the what time do we say? 9:09. So all your numbers are here. So like you got the 19 here. So all of these numbers are here for you. So if I was you, I would literally at this time be making sure that I'm doing some form of ritual. Now it's up to you to see whether you want to do it onto the London time, because obviously the London time, this is based on GMT London time, spring. So your spring is obviously going to start later because obviously you're in America, like 5 hours earlier or something like that. So if I was being real precise, I would actually stick to the London time. I would go into a London calculator and just work that out. That means you're going to have to wake up real early to do a ritual, like 4 o'clock or something. I can't remember what time zone you're in. But I would definitely be looking to work with that particular time. Or just whenever you wake up. But I would do a morning ritual. I would do a morning ritual to bring in this East. And I would basically connect it to this particular day, which is the 7th. Which is the 7th. And look at that again. 13 days would have passed from these 2 days. Yeah. So look, this is where we get to special stuff now. So we're basically saying that if I was you, I would probably set up a ritual on this particular day, the 7th of the 7th of March, and I would run a 13-day ritual that leads you to bring in the energy, similar to how so this would almost be like your full moon. This would be your version of a full moon where you're going to cast away something. This will be something to do with casting away, removing, destroying matter. Again, number 7, yeah? The destroying of matter. So I would destroy, remove, limiting beliefs, something on this particular day, because you want to work with bringing in a new energy for this particular day. Yeah, because we're working with the number 13. The number 13 again works with the moon. Yeah, obviously when we talk about this new day, we're talking about the sun. So again, you're working with a yin and yang energy. You're working with a fire and a water energy. You may want to even add elements of fire and water, for example, to harmonize this so-called dualist, these two energies, essentially. So that is without me even, that's just literally me looking at your date of birth. Now let's go back in and see if I see any more bits. I said I'll do 5 minutes. I'll give you 3 things basically. So I've given you 1 thing. Let's see if there's anything else that I feel to give. So if you put your full name in the chat, I will put your full name in as well, but I can't remember your full name. So again, like I said, I'm gonna delete this bit from the YouTube live that goes to the public. So it will just be the live people that will be here that can see your stuff. That can't be true. That can't be true. Yeah, no, of course it is. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, again, because obviously I haven't done your reading for months, but your numbers are crazy. Because your numbers are also 119. When you add up all of these numbers, I'm not surprised because obviously there's a lot of ones and nines, but I'm just saying when you add up these numbers, it equals 119. Yeah, your numbers are crazy. Your numbers are crazy. The 1 and the 9, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and end, as far as raps go. All right, cool. So Shanice Phelps, Phelps, Phelps. Sorry, is that your middle name or your last name? I know you're driving at the moment, so I know you need to do these things slowly, but yeah. All right, cool. Let me now go to put this into the now date. Yeah, this thing that I've created is mad. This one that I created, this took me like a whole day. I don't know why that makes it sound like a lot. That's not even a lot for me. But yeah, I created. I think I created this. I created this in 2 days. This Excel sheet. And I ain't even used it myself, quite honestly. I just built it and kind of left it there. But you know, we have presents. I give myself presents, so today's the day. All right, cool. So you didn't have a middle name. You just had a first name and last name. Yes, of course I want your middle name. Of course. Yes, of course I want your middle name. We're doing a reading, innit? So all this system does, all right, I'm not going to explain fully this system, but I'll just say that this is advanced numerology. This has got way more things than my app will have. Like all of these systems have way more stuff than my app has. But the app is obviously very deep in itself. So this particularly only works off of numerology and yeah, numerology basically. It's advanced numerology. Let's just keep it like that. It's advanced numerology. So I'm even gonna give you. All right, cool, fine. Simone. All right, cool. All right, pay attention. So yeah, this is like an exclusive. Yeah. You can email me. So yeah, I do 15-minute tasters. If you go into my link tree, so if you go into my description, call it high, go into my link tree. I do 15 minutes for free. I do 15 minutes for free. So you can just book any time slot and, you know, I'll show up. It will be on Zoom. Sorry, not Zoom, Google Meet. And obviously if you want a full reading, then obviously you got to pay for that. But I do 15 minutes for free. You can have that as a taster session. You might get enough from 15 minutes. You might not even want anything more than that because, you know, I can give a lot basically. So anyway, all right, cool. Let's focus. So powerful is the word we're going to use. You want to be working with the number 13. That's a good number for you because your vowels, your hidden number, let's just say is 13 for your first name and your surname. And your surname is like your hidden numbers, your hidden name, because most people don't even know people's middle names. So it's like your occult name. So your occult name is based on the number 13 because the occult letters within your name equal the number 13. So that's real powerful. So yeah, me telling you to work on the number 13 was a real lucky break. No, I'm joking. But yeah, there's beautiful synchronicity, basically, you working with the number 13. I said this was a 5-minute read. I don't know how I do read. I can't do readings in 5 minutes. I don't know what that even means. Like, seriously, I don't even know what that means. I need to learn. It's called practice. It's called practice. Or me being so busy that I can literally only give 5 minutes because that's all I have. But I just love this stuff. You know me. I just actually love this stuff. So this is always an opportunity for me to help and also an opportunity for me to indulge. So I work off of the number 13. Obviously, I've mentioned this a few times. So right now here, these are 13 ways in which you can bring something into manifestation. So I'm going to put this in the chat now, and I'm going to give you something to do on 13 days. So I want you to pick one. I want you to intuitively pick one of these rows. So Shanice, pay attention, yeah? In one of these rows, all I want you to do is give me the thing that you want to manifest. Do you want to focus on action, essence, power, seasons, deities, questions? So this will be like 13 different tasks to manifest something. That's what this is. This is like a manifestation, 13-day ritual manifestation thing based on a 13-day cycle. And so these in this row is the headings for you to manifest. Hopefully you're not driving so you can see this stuff. But yeah, like I want you to pick one intuitively for yourself. So I'll just leave that there. Again, like if you're driving and we can't do this, we can't do this. But as you lot know, when I do readings, I always try and get you lot involved because this is not about me. This is about you. So, you know, I always want you to get involved. So if you don't pick one, then I'm just going to pick one myself, which will be the number 4, because we've been speaking about 4 a lot. And then obviously been speaking about the 13 as well. So we'll speak number 4. So number 4 is what? The 4th one is 1, 2, 3, 4, season. All right, season. We'll start there. 4. We'll go down to here. All right, cool. Got you. So I've put this in the chat. And so you basically just copy and paste that. And this is your 13-day ritual. So each day you're going to contemplate on one of these things. And it starts from power to transcend. Obviously, I've just copied and pasted it. So you've got to put in the space bars. But you could just do that yourself. All right, cool. So that's what you're going to do for the 13 days, if you so choose. And the month cycle, we just said that in it, the number 4. We just said the number 4 and the number 6. Yeah, that's mad. All right, cool. It's not mad. It is just what it is. So basically, we're saying that your number for the month is 58. If you see this number, everything is live. Everything is popping. Can somebody in the back please tell me what 5 and 8 is? Can somebody in the back in the chat please tell me what 5 and 8 is? I'm joking. It's not kindergarten. We all know what that is. The number 13. Out of all the numbers, this is what I'm trying to say in terms of like the deciphering. Look how many numbers are here. Look how many numbers are here. And for some reason, I chose to focus on the number 13. And it just so happens that her month number is the number 58, which is 5 and 8, which is 13, which then makes up the number 4. I just spoke about that. I literally just spoke about that. So, yeah. Anytime you see the number 13 this month, you know it's popping. And you know it's to do mainly with your occult, your hidden powers, your hidden self. The things that you hide. Your occult. It's mainly to do with that. Your subconscious, i.e. moon, 13 moons. Yeah. It's mainly to do with that. And so also some good numbers for you is the 6. Working with the number 6 in the spiritual realm, because I always say Chaldean is more spiritual. Pythagorean is more physical. Let's just say. So this would be more feminine, this would be more masculine. So your 4th is more seen as the masculine number, and your 6 is more seen as the feminine number in this particular story. And so you got a whole bunch of numbers to work from that I've just given you. I'm not going to do the name breakdown. There's just no need. This is more of a numerology kind of breakdown, basically. And I don't know either. I don't even know what this stuff is. I can't remember. I can't remember this stuff. What was this, boy? He was kind of mad. I went mad this day. I went crazy. I literally just saw someone's system that they were charging like, I don't know, a few £100 for. So someone was charging a few £100 for a reading. And I was really impressed by it. Like, I didn't buy the reading, but I just kind of saw what they did. I saw their sample template of what they were doing in their readings, and I just chose to reverse engineer it, basically. And yeah, anyway, I don't want to tell you how I build stuff. Like, it's not boring, but it's just tedious. And so I was there for 2 hours trying to work out what I was even looking at. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I was like, what is this system? But I was just so intrigued with it. I didn't give up. And then on my 3rd hour, I cracked the code. Or I cracked one part to the code, like the Rosetta Stone. And then, yeah. once I got one part of the code, that was it. It was game over. See you later. It was all mine. So, but for me to share in this beautiful moment, this is the first time I've used it. I've spent more time on this now with Shanice's reading than I have on myself on the day when I first broke the code down. I've not looked, like I said, I've not really looked at it since I broke it down. But yeah, you might just want to save this for yourself. This is basically advanced numerology. So you might want to just screenshot this for yourself, Shanice, because obviously this speaks to you specifically. This speaks for you specifically. I even did a Freudian slip there by putting in the number 13. Okay, it didn't change much by me putting in the number first. All right, yeah, it didn't change much. All right, cool. So yeah, that's me about to bounce. Yeah, so like I said, obviously if anyone wants to reach out to me for a free reading, 15 minutes, hit my link tree, ask me for prices around full readings and things specific. Obviously we go deep, we have fun, and we try to get you involved. I don't try to be a fortune teller. I try to be somebody that shows you your own power and allows you to tap into your own power. That is my favorite thing to do. So yeah, Shanice, oh yeah, let me know about the water as well, because I remember obviously before you were speaking about the water. So yeah, if you want the water, I've got quite a lot of orders, well, relatively quite a lot of orders. But yeah, let me know if you want the water, because I've enhanced what I'm doing. I've basically just bought some more gadgets to enhance my water and take it to even another level. So I'm really excited to just produce my next few batches of water based on the orders that I've got. So yeah, let me know. Yeah, my pleasure. You know me. This is my pleasure. I do this stuff with a pleasure. Stay beautiful, stay true. Yeah, stay beautiful, stay true. You could chat GTP this stuff, quite honestly, if you actually want to understand what this means, because this is classic advanced numerology. So you could just try and get yeah, try and get it to give you a full breakdown if you really want one. But obviously I've given you enough for now. I said 5 minutes, and obviously I never stick to 5 minutes. That was never happening, but it's all good. So anyway, peace and love, everybody. Next week I'm not sure what we'll be doing. Yeah, I have no idea, so we'll just go with the universe. We'll go with flow, we'll go with the divine timing, and yeah, we'll be back next week, Thursday, 7:30. And yeah, by then we would have moved into it would be lovely if there were the people on this chat let me know what they did. I'm going to start next week, and if anyone's that I see the names, I'm going to be like, what ritual did you do on the 1st of March? What was the ritual that you did to bring in that energy for the month? Like, how did you use that energy? I'm all about the work, people. Like, talking I enjoy, but I'm genuinely just all about the work. I love when people put in work and I hear their stories. It's one of my favorite things to do. So everyone, peace and love. Continue to move forward with strength. And until next time, we're out. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what they say in it.